Shalom, friends. I want to take this opportunity to talk about what it means to be a Jew. But before I begin, I want to clarify that when I speak about being Jewish, it in no means takes away or comments on the deep connection, beauty, and sacredness of so many other people and lands. I am just focusing on Israel, on the Jewish story for the moment, because that is my story too. So I am in a very good position to speak on it. And because we need this clarification, we need this reminder, we need this connection to come back into the truth of who we are. So my work for no other reason than because I have the understanding and the remedy is with the Jewish people to begin with. From there can go out to the whole world. But how can the Jewish people take their place in the circle of nations if they don't know who they are, if they are wounded, if they are acting from their fear, their trauma, their conditioning that isn't the truth of who they are, nor their purpose here? And as I minister to the Jewish people in these discourses, I send my love and blessings to all the other peoples of this world and all the people who are working and ministering to their people of so many nations, the Mohawk, the Blackfoot, the Arab, the German. I could just go on, but with each name I send my love because I know how much healing is needed in this world. And I know we all have a purpose and all have a mission. And that chosenness is just a question of saying yes, of responding to the divine call that speaks to us countless times in our lives, countless times in our day. And when we have the presence, when we have the space, the courage, the love to say, Hineni, here I am ready, then we are chosen. Because like with a gift, requires two components, the giver and the receiver. In the same way, to be chosen is a response to the call, is saying yes to a purpose, to a higher dedication. So once, long time ago, the forefather of the Jewish and Arab nation, Abraham, heard the call to leave his family, his place of origin, his beliefs, his ideas, and go to the land, the unknown land, that God would show him. And so he was called a Hebrew, an Ivrit, one who crosses over. Nowadays, Hebrew points to the language, Israel points to the land, Jew points to the people. But there was a time where it was clearly understood that those three were all three parts, three essential components in what it means to be Jewish. And these three components modeled for us, and still do, the paths we need to take to be fully in our chosen way as the chosen people. Okay, here we go. So it's like a vision quest. First, you have to leave what you know, your comforts, your security. Then, that's Ivrit, Hebrew, like Abraham did. And then, we are in this land we've been guided to. And we wrestle with our angels, our demons, like Yaakov did. It is written that an angel, a messenger, came to him and wrestled with him all night. And some rabbis say this angel was the angel of Esau. Esau is his twin brother who represents the dark side, the subconscious side of Yaakov. And some say it was Yaakov, Yaakov's angel, or the messenger, an angel from God. And through the wrestling, all the impurities, the impediments got worn away like sandpaper rubbing against the wood. And at the end, in the break of day, Yaakov was given the name of Israel, God wrestler. And he had El in his name, which means God. So now his personality and his God self had come together. And in that way, he could be the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. But not all of Israel became Jewish as we know it. Because there's a third component that is also required. And that is Yehuda, which means to praise, to be grateful for. And this shows us the process that needs to happen individually for each one of us. Because It doesn't happen automatically just because we're born Jewish, any more than being purified of your sins or being saintly happens automatically because you're baptized. But our tradition, the stories of the forefathers, points to the process that needs to happen, and we are supported by the path they have walked in walking it for ourselves. So first, to reinstate, there's the leaving of the security and the familiar, and there's the listening and trusting in God, the crossover, like a Hebrew, an Ivrit. Then there's the part that we normally associate with a vision quest in different traditions, where you're sitting with yourself, with your demons and angels, with the spirit world, and you wrestle with your doubts and your fears, and you wrestle with all the different pools that have called you at different times in your life. And if you do it with sincerity and courage, and you come out stronger and pure, maybe a little wounded too, but in such a beautiful way, available to the world, to stepping into your purpose. And then we have the praise, and then we have the gratefulness, and that seals that process and makes it real, and makes those changes stay with us and become who we are forever. And we see that in the Torah and the Bible stories, that where the Israelites did not have that gratefulness, that praise, they fell back into old patterns that disconnected them from the divine.